Hi, nobodies. So it's been a minute. I moved to Missouri. It's not my favorite place, but that I've been to so far. And since I've moved to Missouri, I have added states to my list of places I've been. I went to Georgia, and of course, that means I went to Alabama and Mississippi as well, and went to Florida, and I got to see the Atlantic Ocean. I had to think for a second, was that the Pacific? No, it's at the Atlantic. Um, I really liked it there in Florida. It was hot. It was so freaking hot. But went to St. Augustine, Florida. Awesome freaking place. If you're ever in Florida, uh, St. Augustine is a really neat place to check out, especially if you like architecture like I do, because it is just like there's so much old shit there. I hate to call it old shit, but there is. There's so much old stuff there. And, I kind of fell in love with it. Do I want to live there? No. Um, Now, since I've come here, there has been talk of moving to other places like Arizona and Wyoming. And I'm not against those things, not at all. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Today, I wanted to talk about friendship. Now, I don't have a lot of friends, I keep to myself. So, most of the time, family is friends. Um, Three people in my world have unlimited chances, and that's my kids. I don't care what they do to me. I'm always going to love them. I'm always going to step up for them. I'm always going to protect them at the best of my abilities. Um, Everyone else only gets so many chances. And once I say, I'm done, there is no coming back from that. I had a friend when I was 13, best friend ever. And I was always like that extra person. I mean, I was somebody who, if she called, I was there for her every time. When I needed something, though, finding her was a hassle. Or if I did find her, I had to deal with all these extras that she had around with her new besties. Um, and I always kind of felt a bit of pride that when she needed somebody, I was the only one that showed up. I mean, I felt bad that she just had me, but at the same time, I was like, well, gee, your best friends, where are they? These people that you're always calling to hang out with you and have a good time, where are they when you need them? I'm here. So why the fuck aren't you calling me when you're having a good time? Not that I would have went for like parties and stuff like that. It's not my thing. I'm very much a stay at home, watch TV, I don't do a whole lot. And that's okay. Everybody's different. Some people require all that kind of stuff. Now, also in my life, you know, there are people I make nice with. And I don't like these people. I really don't. Now, for me to not like you, now, granted, there are some people that I just automatically don't like. There's something about them that just rubs me the wrong way. And that's okay. Everybody's entitled to that. Sometimes you just don't click with people. Um, I don't like to tell people off. I don't like to slam a door, and be like, done. I don't like to do that. I would like people who are special to me to always be special to me. The problem is that when you decide your role in their life, if they don't like that, they can be incredibly cruel. And I will only take so many times of somebody pulling up my past, pulling up what I've done to them. If I'm forgiven, then I'm forgiven. If I say to somebody, I forgive you, I'm not pulling that shit up every time they piss me off. I'm not. Because if I say I forgive you, that means it's done. Now, it's still in the database. Whenever I get mad at them, I'll be sitting there thinking, you just keep doing this fucking bullshit to me. It's in the database, but I don't say it to them. Now, there's a certain point in doneness when you're trying to save whatever you had, whether it's, hey, I don't want this person completely out of my life, but I don't really want to deal with them anymore. But you want to salvage something of like a 20-year friendship to say, I'll see them. Maybe we'll get together for coffee every once in a while. Maybe we'll have a phone call every once in a while and just shoot the shit about our lives. And you try to salvage that. But some people, they just can't let shit go. And, in most cases, I let shit slide. You can be snarky. You can be rude to me. I'm going to respect that, oh, this person's hurt. I'm not who they want me to be for them. I'm doing my own thing. I am responsible for changing my role to people. If I say, you know what, I'm tired of being your whipping boy, done. If I say, I'm tired of being your wife, done. That role changes. I am responsible for making those decisions as to the role I choose to play in your life, just as you are responsible for the role you choose to play in my life or the role I choose to play in your life. You can say, hey, I know this person wants to spend a lot of time with me, but I don't want to spend that kind of time with that person. You choose whether or not you want to go drinking with certain friends. You choose whether you want to get high with those friends. And there are some people that that's not their thing. They're not going to hang out with you if you're drinking. They're not going to hang out with you if you're smoking pot, because that's not their thing. They choose the role. Now, when I change my role, I understand there's an adjustment period. Feelings get hurt. It's never easy to change your label. Somebody's going to get hurt when you say, I don't want to be wife anymore, or they say, I don't want to be husband anymore, or they say, I don't want to be besties anymore. Somebody's going to get hurt. It's understandable. But when you're trying to salvage that, a lot of things go out the window. Because when you choose to have that label of bestie, wife, husband, even daughter sometimes, when you choose to wear that label, there are certain things that you accept. There are certain behaviors that you excuse. There are things that are said to you that are hurtful that you say, you know what, I'm going to let it go. Because if I throw a fit, it's not going to do any good. When you change that label to say, I am not daughter, I am not wife. I am not husband. I am not sister. Then those attacks become less tolerable. You don't excuse that behavior anymore because you're like, you know what? I don't have to have you in my life. You are not a necessity for me to live. You are not necessary to me. You have different purposes that don't require you to be in my life. So if you're going to talk to me like I'm a piece of shit, guess what? At this point, I'm going to talk to you like you're a piece of shit. But see, people forget that when they're talked to like they're a piece of shit, after they've talked to somebody like they're a piece of shit, they forget that they talked to that person like a piece of shit in the first place. They forget that this person got mad because they fucked with them at a point in time when their relationship couldn't handle the blow. They made things unsalvageable. Now, something being unsalvageable is a two-way street. You could sit there and say, oh, they disrespected me. They keep doing this. They keep hurting me. They keep repeating this thing, this mantra of, I'm mad at you. You're guilty. How dare you? You know, you can choose to still let that slide. You can choose to say, well, I want this relationship to be salvaged. I want this person to still be some part of my life. But that is an incredibly difficult path to take. To say, you know what, you can sling your arrows at me. You can talk to me like I'm a piece of shit, and I'm just going to continue to take it. Do you realize what that does to a person? To swallow that time and time again. It's basically like they're saying, I'm not worth defending. I'm not worthy of some amount of respect. I'm not worthy of being treated properly. You know, trying to salvage something that somebody else is actively trying to destroy because they can't get over something, or because they've got issues and you're their favorite person to lay their shit on. It is exceptionally difficult for the person who says, it's okay, it's all right, it's good. Because that person is swallowing everything. They're trying so hard to build something, to keep something. And you're just constantly slinging shit at them. So, you know, I don't fault a person for saying, you know what, you ain't worth me putting up with your bullshit anymore. You ain't worth it. Now, that's not to say that that person isn't worthy of respect, that they ain't worthy of all kinds of things. No, they just don't deserve my time. And I am one of these people that once that ship has sailed, once I've given you your amount of chances, it's done. There is no hope. When I say that shit, you know, you kicked that ship from the shore on fire and it burned and sunk. There is no salvaging it. If I decide I am done, completely and utterly done, if I say I don't even want to be your friend, like I don't want to associate with you, you are that much of a cancer to me. That is not just me being Like, I don't hold an instant grudge. I don't. I mean, I can get mad at people, but I normally let them back in. When I say, I can't trust you, I can't trust you not to keep playing the card you've been playing. You know, how many times do you let a friend steal your joy? How many times do you let a friend pick on you before you say enough? And then when they come back and say, I hope one day we can be friends again. Bitch, you need to let shit go. And even then, that ship has sailed. You already used up all your third, second chances. I mean, you're on like the 200th second chance. You've exhausted yourself. Do I hate those people? No. I just don't want anything to do with them. I have allowed them to take enough of my joy from me. I have allowed them enough space in my life. I have allowed them to sling their arrows at me. I have allowed them to disrespect me to the point where I'm like, you know what? Nothing you ever did for me is worth me sucking all the stuff up that you've done to me or that you've said to me. I mean, that's just how it is, with the exception of my kids. I don't care what they do. Those are my kids. They are the only ones who've got absolutely unlimited chances. My oldest daughter is my absolute best friend. There is nothing she can do that would, even for 1 second, say to her, you're not allowed in my house. I don't care if the girl went and got herself a drug habit and stole everything out of my house. I would never tell that child, you're not allowed in my house. Because ultimately, I love that kid. I love all three of them. And when I decided that I wanted kids, when I decided at the pregnancy test, I'm having a kid, when I decided I was going to push that kid out into the world, when I slept with those kids, you know, when I was up at 3 a.m. with those kids, I took on the responsibility of no matter what, I'm there when they really need it. Just as I'm going to throw something strange here at you. Hey, you. This is the newest member of my family. This is Beezy, short for Beelzebub. He's a demon. He's a little soulless ginger. That was not the dog barking at him. The dog was barking at my other cat, Lexi. I take this guy on. You know, a kitten was brought to me. I said, he's mine. No matter how bad this little bastard is, I'm not going to give him away. I'm not going to toss him out because I choose to be his owner. He's my child. You know, good or bad. I don't have to do that with friends, with parents, with siblings, with in-laws, with exes, with the father of my kids. I don't have to accept that. That bad behavior, you know, like I said, no matter what you did for me, there's a certain point where what you did to me or what you said to me makes it to where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm cutting out the cancer. And we will never be friends. Because I gave the opportunity for that to happen. I always give the opportunity for that to happen, for me to be friendly with somebody, for me to pave the way for them being a friend. Even if I don't really like them, even if they rub me the wrong way, I'm going to be friendly to them. I'm going to be nice to them. Now, if they're an asshole, they get far fewer chances than a boyfriend would get. That's just a given, that I really not going to have much. They might get a second chance, but not a third second chance. So if you got somebody in your life who's constantly just putting you down, making you question your worth, whether it's they're upset over decisions you've made, ultimately, when you love somebody, you accept the decisions they've made. You hope for the best for them. You don't have to like everything that they do. I mean, your kids, they're gonna date and marry people that you fucking hate. You're gonna sit there and go, oh, I hate this motherfucker. Please don't marry him. Or they'll get pregnant and not know who the dad is, and you're like, oh my God, my kid's a hoe. You still love them. Even though they make mistakes, you love them. And you're not supposed to sit there and go, well, I'm not the one who had a baby out of wedlock. Like when their kid's 10 years old. Let that shit go. Because love is not you don't look at someone you love, someone you want something with, and tear them down for decisions they've made that you don't agree with. You don't. And I don't have any space in my life for people like that. I'm not going to allow people who have had plenty of opportunity to steal my joy to continue to do so. And I don't care if 20 years goes by. If they've gotten all of their chances and fucked up every single one, they're not getting one in 20 years. I don't care how much they changed. We all change. Being a good person, being a decent person, being somebody worthy of the label of friend or family is about loving people enough to not speak to them like they're trash. Plain and simple. So if I talk to you like you're trash, it's not something that I just immediately start doing. It's because you've shown me you're trash. And when you talk to me like I'm trash, I talk to you like you're trash. You speak to me with respect, I'm going to speak to you with respect. You get what you give. So if I'm giving you shit, chances are it's because I'm tired of all the shit that you laid on me. Friends don't lay shit on people, on friends. That's not what friends do. If you got a friend that's constantly laying shit on you, or a spouse, or whatever, stop them. Just stop it. You don't have to put up with that. You can change your label. You can say ex-friend, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-mother-in-law, ex-mom. You can say, oh, the gene donor, whatever. Because just because somebody gave birth to you, or because somebody married you, or because somebody chooses to call you their friend, if they're not treating you like someone who's loved, you don't need them. With the exception of the kids that you bring into the world. You need to treat them with love even when they treat you with spite. That's just the way it goes. So that's it for me. As I've always said, every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. You can start today, tomorrow, next week. You have unlimited chances. Every breath that you take is a moment to say, you know what? I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to step outside. I'm going to appreciate that the sun is shining, or that it's raining so it's not hot. Or I'm going to feel the rain on me and just think about how cleansing that is. Whatever you got to do to turn that negativity around, turn it around. And if you can't do it today, say, I'll reset. After I've had a good sleep, maybe tomorrow, everything will be hunky-dory. You've always got that time. You know, plain and simple, every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. So with that said, have a good day.